Throne and Liberty. It's a fantasy MMORPG developed by NCSoft and published by Amazon Games. And with Amazon Games being, well, Amazon Games, I figured I'd try this out before it either gets canceled, shut down, or forgotten so they can shove more money into Lord of the Rings TV show or whatever Jeff is up to nowadays.
But that's very expensive.
And I'll tell you, playing this is a lot more complex than you might realize. The journey ahead is weird. Weirder than Jeff's laugh back there. I'm talking evil sands trolls, flying whales, kamikaze bombing wolf gods, and time travel? Come with me, while I take on the world in Throne and Liberty. Our story begins, like many others, with a cutscene that gives you a bunch of info that I honestly didn't listen to the first time I watched it. Bad idea on my part, because while I was sitting there watching colors move on my screen, eyes glazed over more than a teenage boy seeing Megan Fox in Transformers for the first time, we learn about a seal stone containing a goddess of destruction. Somehow along the way, that stone was shattered into a bajillion pieces, and people were somehow born with these fragments in them. Yeah, I don't know either, just go with it. Fast forward a few thousand years, and some dude wants the fragments for war, and that brings us here to present day. Kinda. To make this section not too long and boring, I'm just gonna give you the cliff notes, yeah? Agree? Cool. Evil man want candy. Evil man sends army and sexy witch lady to steal candy from children. Children hide in church while good wizard fights evil wizard. Good wizard gets clapped and apologizes for being a bad good wizard, then gets surprise backshots from good bad wizard, and that makes this kid's candy eating hand cramp up. Kid has a vision of utmost importance. A vision of a hero being created, born, one might say. The hero of this world, of all worlds. A true warrior of the people. He needs to be strong, charming, handsome, and willing to do the right thing, no matter what. He's here. Our champion of light and all things good. A true masterpiece of God's design. He's perfect. The schnoz. The chin. Wow. Truly a sculpted work of art. Anyway, our hero is surrounded by mist and thrown into a mysterious land, and directly into conflict. He fights his way through, finding himself to be in a somewhat familiar town, when suddenly a swarm of monsters appear and surround him. Using his gifts from whatever holy being made him, he transforms his body into a jaguar and escapes with ease, until a wizard stands in his path that he must defeat. Halfway through the battle, the wizard drops their disguise, revealing that they're actually the sexy evil wizard. But seriously, why do that? I don't get what the point of that. Unfortunately, her plan worked, and she captures our hero. Right when she's about to end our journey, the bad good wizard somehow still wants back. Fucking, I can't do this with a straight face. The bad good wizard somehow still wants his back blown out and jumps in the way, officially allowing him to die doing what he loved. Taking it from behind. Our hero looks up at the two villains and wakes up. We learn our hero's name, Tingugius for short. We meet one of our friends that says we should get some fresh air by delivering a map to our other friend. Then we open the door to the rest of our journey. Huh? Sky whales? We meet up with our other friend and deliver the map. She says that she's headed to a nearby town and invites us to go with, then says we should get some better gear before we head out. I pick up a sword and shield and test it out a little bit, and then we head out to the next town. While we're traveling, this would be a great time for a sponsorship, but I don't have any of those because I have no subscribers. But you can fix that if you hit the subscribe button right now, and while you're down there, why don't you just like the video too, and maybe let me know what you think about our beautiful boy Tingus over here. During our travels, we find a group of injured travelers that are from the town we're going to. We help them out by killing a bunch of tree guys while making our way over to the unbreakable pulley that is the only way to get in and out of the town that isn't by boat. And it's broken. Why would they call it the unbreakable pulley if it's breakable? Oh, it's just a pulley? I just made up that title for a joke in the video? My bad. I start helping the injured, and this weird ghost thing starts following me around. I get distracted by a weird glowing rock, and a candy-eating portal opens up that shoots me to the sky, because that's what candy-eating portals do, you know? The ghost reveals itself now that it knows I have candy in my pocket, and says we have to destroy everyone that's attacking the town. I agree, it's my candy, and I ain't sharing. After a quick talk with the spirit, I learn that I can control plant roots and turn into a motherfucking bald eagle. Once we land, we meet Clay, a wizard that says we look familiar, and I think he looks kind of familiar too. He quickly moves on to help saving the town. We fight through a few ogres before getting to the town center, where Toby Fox's butthole opens up and poops out an ogre only Sans can love. We battle it out with our new friends, and during the battle, Tingus falls. Holding on to consciousness, he sees his newfound friends struggling and almost killed. Tingus then pops a few candies, getting a sugar rush and throwing the axe right into the Sans Ogre's glowing eye. Whoa. Right in the eyeball. Take that, Sans. Coming down from the sugar rush, Tingus passes out, remembering a piece of his past. The bad good wizard. He worked with Clay to save us in that church. Yes, it's true. This young boy is Tingus. You can't see the resemblance? Come on, man. It's clear as day. They got the... you know. Tingus awakens as his candy-eating hand cramps up, and we talk to Clay, who thanks us and tells us that we ate too much candy and overloaded our body with sugar. Clay has a friend in Castleton who's a researcher on the candy cramps, and he tells us to touch his rock to temporarily enhance our eagle power. We say goodbye to our two friends, whose names I've already forgotten, and take the leap of faith, heading our way to Castleton. As we fly around, we get a grand overview of the lands we're about to explore. And I don't know about you guys, but this opening was just weird enough to get me hyped up for the journey ahead. Like, what mysteries we'll uncover? What foes will we vanquish? What... Are you fucking kidding me? Excessive requests? I'm playing the game. I haven't been requesting anything. I've been watching a cutscene. After landing and looking around town, a guild recruiter immediately recognizes the Great Tingus and begs me to join his guild. I decline as Tingusius doesn't need friends. I'm a lone wolf. We explore the town a little, meeting the shopkeepers and interact with the glowing runestone, giving us great insight to the town's backstory. Can I skip this? I'm gonna let the real nerds take care of the lore. Tingus continues to wander around a little more before finding Clay's friend's hidden shop with a bright purple glowing sigil on the front. Maybe I've overestimated you, Candyman, thief, bad guy, whatever you are. We go into the ultra-secret shop and meet Martinet. She explains her sister also has the candy cramps and is looking for a cure and thinks a mana calming potion will help us and her sister. But oh dang, she's all out of ingredients and she needs to stay here at her shop. So she tells us to go to the nearby farming land and get some rancid powder. Sounds tasty. We accept right before having another hand cramp.
Oh dear. You look...
Look what?
Your symptoms are clearly getting worse. Hurry.
Beautiful.
Bring me some rancid powder.
Heading towards the farmland, we meet Oliver, who tells us what ingredients we need to get and where the guy who can make it is. We kill a few overgrown bugs and living scarecrows before going to a pick-your-own-mandrake farm and killing it for its leather. We take those ingredients over to Wilson, who makes us the rancid powder for us, and then using the lodestone, we can teleport back to Martinet and have her make us the potion that fixes us up good. Martinet then asks us if we could deliver some of that potion to her sister and offers us a sick hat if we do. Ah, look at me now. Beautiful. We meet up with Martinet's sister's bodyguard and she tells us that Adriana, Martinet's sister, has left because the bad man's spies were closing in and her candy cramps aren't getting any better. We go up to double check the bodyguard's work, seeing that she was indeed right. The spy smelled the candy on me and tried to take it before Helpy or Helper helps real good. Dang, Helpy got
You dare
something.
interfere with our plans? I'll kill you!
Swiftly killing the candy nappers, we find Adriana's diary, explaining that at one point, Martinet got captured by the candy cadets and forced Adriana to do a ritual to make it rain. The bad guys made some tweaks to the ritual, making the rain into a curse, causing the lands to be corrupted by evil overgrown bugs and monsters. The bad guys went to go kill Martinet and Adriana before Adriana, using her sugar rush, killed all of the bad men and now suffers with an extreme case of candy cramps. Eesh, look at that arm. We go back to tell Martinet the bad news, only to find that she's gone and left a note saying that she already knows that her sister left and she went to go find her. Feeling alone, with no lead ahead, I do the only thing I can think of. I leave, just like my dad did that night. After leaving, I hear her cry for help. Reinvigorated with purpose, I follow the sound before meeting a young girl. Talking with her, she starts yapping about some boy named Henry who died saving her from a pack of wolves, and that there's a contest for killing as many wolves as possible in his name. She wants a trophy from said contest to give to him as a gift. Having nothing else to do, I suppose we could do that. It's not like we just learned about cursed rain or a fellow candy muncher we could try and help instead. We go talk to the man who gives out the trophies, and him being absolutely terrible at his job asks us to do it for him. Deciding to waste more time, I oblige and go get a bunch of bait for him. After giving him the bait, he promptly gives it directly back to me and says, "Well, you already did half my job, so you might as well finish it," and tells me to deliver it as well. Thinking I'll be delivering it to someone more competent, I go and give the bait to the big boss. He promptly asks me to do his job as well, because no one in this godforsaken town knows what they're doing, I guess. I do that, and then decide, due to everyone's incompetency, to just gather the materials and make the trophy myself. While doing this, my hand cramps up from all the hard work I was doing, and see a vision of an evil wolf standing over a spirit deer. The wolf howls, causing all nearby wolves to rush towards the town. I promptly snap back to reality. I'm sure that vision wasn't important. I go seek out the dwarf who built all the trophies in the past and coerce him into making one for me with promises of alcoholism. Once I have the trophy, we go give it to the little girl. She must have heard that I was doing everyone else's work for them, because when I gave it to her, she gave it back and she asked me to deliver the trophy as a gift to her dead crush. Before I left, she mentions that there was another handsome and even more charming man who helped save her from all the wolves and wishes she could meet him one day. Hoping this would be the end of this town's jobs, I swiftly make my way up to the graveyard and gift the trophy to my boy Henry over here. That one spirit deer that was spirit dead earlier appears to me and says some cryptic shit before teleporting me back to the same place I was just standing, but nighttime and no gravestones in sight. I hear a bunch of wolves attacking some boy that I promptly help. Talking to him, he explains a wolf god named Iskale is attacking the village and that we must help out any straggling children. I go help what this town's parents cannot do and save a few groups of children. We take a quick break to catch our breath where the boy introduces himself as Henry. Wait, like Henry? What is going on here? We save a few more children and kill a few more wolves before Henry says we have to hurry or else he'll miss it. I ask what it is, and he explains he keeps having a reoccurring dream of a deer telling him what to do. He asks us to take the children to safety as he runs back up to the temple we met him at. We reunite the children with their extremely irresponsible parents and see a flash of light up on the mountain before we're back to our normal time of day. The not-so-dead spirit deer tells me that I have the power of Iskale and the heart of Henry, and that I should not be afraid of my candy power, as it's just a tool to wield. My hand cramps up, but I remember the words that were spoken to me literally 2 seconds ago and master it. The deer then continues to spout some cryptic shit about having a great journey and choosing my path, and then vanishes. I then find a book explaining the story of Iskale and Henry. Henry basically just ran back to the top of that mountain and blew himself up along with Iskale. So great to know I have the power of a kamikaze pilot and a stupid-ass wolf god. All jokes aside, this adventure has been great, and I've been feeling kinda nostalgic already, so I climb to the top of a cliffside and look out over the water to where we started. I reminisce with my new friend Helpy. We talk about how great our adventure has been, how much we've both grown as people, and then Helpy flashes with a flicker of light. Helpy realizes her time is up and says goodbye, and hopes we meet again soon. We embrace for possibly the last time as my one and only friend that stood with me through all that's happened disappears in a glow of light. I stand there, looking back at my hometown, alone, and not a clue where to go next, as a flicker of excitement ignites in my chest for the journey ahead. Psych! I don't need that bitch! Tingus is a lone wolf, remember? Hey guys, Setharoner here. Thank you for watching the video. It really means a lot that you made it to the end here. This was Tingus's first 3 hours of Throne in Liberty. If you guys want to see more, feel free to leave a comment down below saying that you want more of this, and I will start working on the second video. But if you made it this far, hopefully you liked the video. It means a lot again. This was my first attempt at a video like this. So if you did like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button and all that. All the buttons. All of them. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed.